Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's Brittany here with another video to help you guys live a happy, healthy, awesome life in a wheelchair. And today I am here with my friend Crazy Brian, who is going to try and teach me wheelchair skills that I have neglected to learn. Actually, I did learn them at one point, I just forgot them. So he's gonna help teach wheelchair skills today, and we are going to do a series of wheelchair skills, starting with the most basic wheelchair skill, which is a wheelie and what we can do with a wheelie, and then later on we'll do a couple videos on some more crazy things. He is the most skilled person I know in a wheelchair. He is also the craziest, so you guys are going to learn everything from basic skills to shit you probably shouldn't do. So let's talk about like the dynamics of a wheelie. How do you actually get into a wheelie? What things are important to think about for in your wheelchair for how easy it is to get into a wheelie? I thought maybe you could speak to a few of those things.
Okay, so before we get into it, a wheelie isn't just a trick for show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks cool, but it's actually got a purpose in multiple different ways, which I hope we'll show a few of them today. For somebody who's just getting into a wheelchair or doesn't have the desire to jump curbs, you'd want to set your chair, or it has a really bad balance, you'd want to set the chair up so that it's not so tippy. When setting up a wheelchair, your hands are technically supposed to go to your axles. That's where they're supposed to stop. That's proper height, proper wheel. Otherwise you're stretching or you're sitting like this. It's bad for the shoulders. This is actually a perfect kind of height. You get half the rotation of your wheel.
Oh, there's actually a science behind it. I just thought it had to do with like the tippiness, like you were supposed to touch, but you're right. You're sitting enough in your wheelchair instead of on your wheelchair that you have, like your full half rotation of your wheel when you're wheeling. Let's go back to the wheelie dynamics, like how to get into a wheelie, the center of balance. But maybe quickly, let's just talk about like what you can actually do with a wheelie. So you can go up a curb using a wheelie.
Down a curb.
Down a curb using a wheelie. You can go down a ramp. And mostly it's just like the wheelie is there to help you navigate uneven terrain, I would say. Like most of the time.
Yeah, if you're on grass, it's actually good to have it.
Or if it, like a curb, anything that is like not flat, you need to be able to navigate down or up or through. A wheelie is gonna help you not get your front tires stuck in gravel, grass, whatever. And a lot of the time we're doing micro wheelies. Like we're not just doing a giant wheelie over a bump. We're doing like little tiny ones to get over a tiny little bump that maybe our casters would catch on, and then we would fall out forward. Because generally
it feels like it's a big leap though sometimes.
It feels like it's a big leap. I remember when I was first in the hospital, I had to do a wheelie to get over a 1-inch piece of plywood, and I was like, this is impossible. I'm like, I hate this. And now, that's just normal life.
1 inch piece of plywood is a toothpick.
I know, it's like totally seems like nothing now. Okay, so let's talk about or show how we do a wheelie and how we get into that center of gravity.
The way you should be able to do a wheelie is you should be able to keep your head up. Anytime you put your head down, your head is a huge balance point.
Yeah, it's like a pivot.
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge. So if you're trying to do a wheelie like this, you're gonna spend a lot of time doing little bunny hops because you don't have the momentum. So you want to keep your head straight, shoulders straight. And all it is just a casual, it's so easy for me to say this, but you're gonna put a little bit of momentum into your back and you're just gonna push forward and come into a wheelie. Now,
like it doesn't have to be like a, like it doesn't have to be hard.
Everybody gets in and they do this.
Yeah, and then they're freaking out.
If you like it over time, it takes a while to learn. It's not something that happens the first day, but I mean, I can literally, as I'm talking to you, pop into a wheelie and I
don't know how you do that with one hand. Like,
I work hard at it, buddy. But you also gotta remember I have all my abs.
Oh yeah, I don't have any abs, so that might change a little bit, but
changes a lot.
Still like, oh my god.
Don't be bailing on me because I don't feel like...
Okay, don't do that. So, I can't do a wheelie with one hand. I don't know how he's doing that.
Everything's got to be casual. Everything's calm. There's no need. You see people get into wheelies and then they're doing this and freaking out. Just chill. There's no quick movements put you in panic.
Yeah, quick movements do put you in panic. And it really is like, we can explain it. We can explain how to do it, how to like, use your head to balance, but it's really something that you have to feel, I would say.
I was going to try to show, but you should be able to keep your wheelie within about a 2 to 3 inch.
2 to 3 inch, okay.
As long as you just calm them. Yeah.
Holding
now,
one hand.
when we talk about center of balance, it can change. Anything you do with your body, why is that out? Anything you can do with your body will change where your pivot point is. So I can start my wheelie here where my tires are 3-4 inches.
And move your torso.
And I can sit here all day long.
Yeah. See, that's one thing that I wanted to talk about is using you have to find your center of gravity with the chair, but then you also have to get used to balancing within that center of gravity so that that center of gravity can shift. And the more weight you have towards the front, the farther back your back end of your wheelchair can go. And my little brother, like when I was paralyzed at 13, he was 10, and he literally could bend so far forward that he could touch the push handles.
Nice.
He could touch the push handles on the ground, and he would like pop back up, but that's how far back he could go and still keep his balance. But yeah, like if I'm going farther back, then yeah, I can't bend over quite as far as Brian, but I'll put my torso forward in order to balance.
First, get used to doing a wheelie in one spot.
Just in one spot.
Don't move. Just
with two hands. Two hands.
Get yourself comfortable. Get yourself to a point where you can sit there and not even think about it. Once you've got that done, now navigate the house.
Oh, I see what you mean. Like just go around your normal environment.
And just get used to it. Once you get used to good, soft, or even ground, then you're prepared for outside and all the challenges that come with it.
Okay, so I think we understand the basic dynamics of a wheelie. Center of gravity, balancing with your torso.
On a lot of chairs, the axle is adjustable. Every quarter of an inch is a drastic change.
Yeah, the physics of a wheelchair really does matter in terms of how you're going to function in it. So that's why if you are ordering a wheelchair, please look at my videos on what all the measurements mean, like things to consider before ordering a wheelchair. Because if you get a wheelchair that doesn't function properly, learning basic wheelchair skills is going to be a nightmare. And I have known people that have had chairs that are just horribly measured and not actually right for them in any way, shape, or form. And then they think it's this, like that they can't learn the wheelchair skills, and it's actually not the skills that are the hard part. It's that they are in something that is not properly fitted to them, and it's making it harder. It's like trying to, wear boots that are, 5 sizes too big and run a race and be like, I suck at running, when really it's just you're tripping on your boots. So, okay, now we are going to do some stuff with the wheelies. So we're outside and I was like, my driveway isn't very steep at all, but now I'm out here and it's actually really steep for my first time in a long time doing wheelies down a ramp. So I'm a little afraid, and nobody make fun of me, but I'm gonna put a helmet on, because if I fall backwards and crack my head, Joe will never forgive me. So yeah. You can laugh all you want, but I'm wearing a helmet, and I do recommend if you are trying this for the first time, maybe put a helmet on. Okay guys, I'm gonna try and get one wheelie down the driveway, and that will be like my success. And then we're gonna show you the curbs, and I can actually do a curb, so I don't look like such a pathetic person in a wheelchair that should know more, but I don't. So one wheelie down the driveway. My first few attempts at wheeling down the driveway were an utter failure. I was supposed to lean back and sort of let my wheels run through my hands, but I kept leaning forward because that's how I'm used to doing a wheelie on flat ground. So my front end kept falling as soon as I hit the angle once I got onto the driveway, and my right hand kept pushing me sideways, which was weird.
You're doing great.
This is so annoying.
It's not though. You're doing great. I mean,
I get the feel for it, but then I lose it. And then, just like that, after many, many attempts, I finally almost Almost there, getting there, almost there, almost there. I got it. I did it! And then just like that, I did it. Okay, that's my success. Look at that. I just needed to take a break. We actually took a little break from filming, and that was all I needed. To reduce the stress, I didn't even need the helmet. So, yay me! So really, just practice your center of balance. And like Brian said, when you're going down, you have to keep your arms straight, which seems weird, and kind of like actually lean back instead of leaning forward, because you're trying to counterbalance the tipping forward. Sweetness. Okay, curbs next.
All right, so these are the easiest curbs in the planet. They're rounded down. But again, this comes back to the whole wheelie situation, because if you keep your front end down, it's quite the drop. You have a tendency to tip forward out of your chair. So when you come up to these curbs, pretty simple, pop yourself into a wheelie and just let the tires roll down. Very simple. Coming back up. Now, 90% of the time there's going to be a lip from where the concrete meets the asphalt.
Yeah.
So you do want to kind of lift your front end. Literally, you could wheel up, find a sweet spot that your tires go over, give it a little push. But it's tougher without momentum. You want the momentum to get you up. But I'll explain it on that.
You can go down backwards though. I've done it backwards on things that I'm scared of. So just show that.
So when you go backwards, you want to lean forward, so that, because otherwise if you go straight, as soon as it tips back, you're going to flip backwards. Let the tires roll down, controlled. As soon as you get onto even ground and you're solid, you can lean back. Yeah. Pull your tires up.
Okay, here's my super easy curve that shows I'm not pathetic.
No.
So I can go down a curve like that. And then back up.
Okay, go back down one more time. I want to see something. And you're rough on the front end, eh?
Yeah, like I just let it drop. So don't let it drop, you mean?
Yeah, like try to have it. Well, no, but just try to be smooth on the put down. There you go.
There.
Way better.
You got to get the momentum going up, like Brian said. Otherwise, it's really hard. We found a square curb that is over here by this grass. So Brian's going to show how to get down and up. I might try and get down, even though these ones freak me out a little bit. And then Brian will show how to get back up. So this is our last demonstration on the basic wheelchair skills.
Okay, so obviously when you go from concrete to concrete or asphalt to concrete, it's a lot easier because you're not pushing into soft material. Front tires aren't digging into dirt, blah, 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 blah. Whole reason for learning wheelies, again, if you imagine going straight off this curb without pulling a wheelie, you're never making it. That front end's gonna fall. So get yourself square with the curb. Now, on grass, it's gonna be more difficult to push forward. It's not gonna be smooth, so you gotta be prepared for it. Get your wheels up to that curb. Now, if you notice, I get to sit like this all day long.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason you learn wheelies and learn them well. But once you're ready, both tires at the same time, down you go. Now back up again. I've done this for years. I understand what I'm getting into, but there's still a risk with front tires digging. But you want momentum. This is where wheelies come really important. Go up, wheelie.
Whoa!
And up you go.
Yeah, there was a second there that I was afraid.
If you tried to do it at a low speed, you know, you got nothing to carry yourself up.
Yeah.
Hips become a crucial thing. By using speed, you can get up quickly. Momentum uses it. But you got to be able to pop a wheelie right at the right timing, and trust me, A couple times I've made that mistake. Front tires hit and straight out.
Yeah.
It is a good technique to know because not every curb has a curb cut, and sometimes you get into tough positions. When you travel in Europe, there's not a lot of curb cuts. But that's basically up and down on a square curb.
I'm scared.
Okay, so the other way to do it, like I did it controlled, but from there you should just be able to pop a wheelie and keep pushing. Keep pushing.
No, I'm scared.
Okay.
I'd be scared.
Okay, fair enough. It's tougher going from grass to...
Yeah, I feel like I'm scared because it's the grass is like...
It's resistant.
Yeah, I can't do it on this one. I'm totally being pathetic, guys. I'm not doing it. I promise I'll practice.
It's not pathetic.
That's why I brought him. I'm not doing it. We are back in the house now, and I was a total wimp there at the very end with the curb. I'm just like, I'm afraid of like honestly falling backwards and hitting my neck. I've had lots of surgeries on my neck, so there's a fear there. And one of the things that's terrible, because one of the things that I tell you guys to kind of lose in order to be able to be comfortable in a wheelchair going out in public and just being more independent is to lose the fear of uncertainty, or just that fear in general, because if you were afraid you would never transfer in unknown places or anything like that. But I'm definitely going to practice. Brian will hold me accountable, so I'm going to do wheelies more in the house, and I'm going to do a wheelie down to my vehicle when I get into it every day, so I practice that. And then as I get comfortable with the wheelie and I'm less sort of afraid of falling backwards in general, then I'll make him hold me accountable to doing the curbs again. But like I said in the beginning,
You did well on your first day, buddy.
Yeah, I think I did okay. He is the most capable person I know that is in a wheelchair, though. So if there's any wheelchair skills that you guys want to see that you aren't sure maybe are even possible in a wheelchair, just throw it in the comments, and Brian will definitely be able to tell you whether he can do it, and if it's something that he can do, we'll show it. I'm planning on doing 3 videos, I think, in this series, and I'm not sure exactly what's going to be in them, but one of them is definitely going to be stairs, escalators, things like that are not typically, for wheelchairs. I don't know, I might do like bumming down the stairs too in the stairs one, so we'll see what ends up being in those ones. But yeah, definitely throw in the comments what wheelchair skills you want to see. And if you have any feedback for us on this video, then yeah, throw that in the comments too. And I'll try to answer if you have questions or anything else. Thank you so much, Brian, for hanging out and always making me look pathetic.
Ouch. Ouch.
Okay, I will catch you guys back here on another video. Stay tuned for more in this series. Bye.